Moving from the city to the country, how will you fit in? Maybe a beard's required. Moving from a busy, hustle-bustle city life to a quiet, slow-paced country life probably, hopefully, sounds like a romantic idea. No traffic, escape the noise, all the rude people, and the rules, all the many rules, the regulations and ordinances. While all of this is true, rural country life has its own set of unwritten rules. And as an outsider, they might go unnoticed, or heaven forbid, seem silly. When you move from the city to the country, today, tomorrow, whenever, it's a good idea to be prepared and know what the unwritten rules of living in the country are. Wherever you live, you want to fit in. So what tips do you have for people moving from the city to the country so they fit in? Share your city to country life, I want to fit in tips in the comments. Is a beard required? When you first move to the country, you're going to be an outsider, an away person, a flatlander, and there's no way of getting around this fact. While people that live in the country are self-sufficient, independent people, they know who belongs in the community. When someone like you moves in, it's going to take a little while for the local folk to warm up to you, to trust you, to know that you are actually going to stick around, that you're staying. So what do? Be friendly and be polite. And think about the behavior that is common in the city. Well, it might be looked upon as being rude out in the country. Country life's often a slower paced life. City life is rushed and hustle-bustle. You know, the thing is, I'm not suggesting there's anything wrong with city life. Myself, I've spent years in the largest of cities. I've lived in the suburbs. I've lived in small towns. Rural. I've even lived on a sailboat, so I get it. I see the pros and cons to each choice, and I'm not suggesting that everyone that lives in the city should pack up their belongings and move out to the country. If you live in New York City and you love it and have absolutely no desire to move to the country with the bugs and the snakes and all the other creepy crawly critters, hey, that's fine. I get it. But if you do want to move to the country, if you have a burning desire to experience a different, calmer, quieter, slower paced life, where everyone waves at you when you're driving down the road, then this is how to do it. Country people might spend days working on their property, their farm, their homestead, without the opportunity to see or talk to any other person. They're isolated. So when they go to town and they're in a public place, like say they're shopping, people tend to be chatty with each other. It might be a little bit of small talk. It might be a longer conversation. When you live in the city, you tend to be anonymous. Hey, you can live in a place for years, like say an apartment, and never even know the names of the people that live right across from you. So, for example, you run out to a store, you never make eye contact, you never speak with anybody, you just rush in the store, grab what you want, get what you need, and get out as fast as you can. When you live in the country, don't be like this. Instead, look people in the eye, smile, say hello, and be prepared to stop and, well, chat. Slow down. Life in the city requires a certain skill set, and life in the country, well, it requires a little bit of a different skill set. In the city, when you have a problem, you pick up the phone and you call someone to take care of the problem. In the country, when you have a problem, you pick up a hammer or a pliers or whatever tool it takes, and you take care of the problem yourself. If a neighbor's working on a project, if a neighbor's dealing with the problem, it's nice to offer to help. Most likely your gesture will be turned down. Hey, thanks for asking, but I'm good. But it will not be forgotten. Your friendly, neighborly offer to help will definitely be remembered. If you have a friend that's interested in living self-sufficient in the country on a homestead and they want to fit in, please share this video with them. Hey, if their dream life is to move from the country to the city, tell them to watch this video in reverse. And if you have any questions, ask. We truly want you to succeed. We want you to pursue your self-sufficient life dreams, living happy, living fun-loving, and living carefree. No beard required, but it does help. Live life doing it yourself.